No pressure, kid. Just go out there and be the face of the most iconic team in sports history. That's essentially what Aaron Judge signed up for the moment he pulled on the sacred pinstripes and stepped into Yankee Stadium, a cathedral where legends walked and ghosts cheer louder than the bleacher creatures. Now, in 2025, Judge isn't just a player. He's the player, the captain, the anchor, the guy kids imitate in the backyard and pitchers fear at the plate. The MVP campaign that shook the league. Let's rewind to 2022. Judge launched 62 home runs, a new American League record. He didn't just hit home runs. He terrorized pitchers, changed games, and practically carried the Yankees into the postseason on his broad shoulders. That earned him the American League Most Valuable Player, a $360 million contract. And oh yeah, the team captaincy. Think about that for a second. You smash a 61-year-old record, and your reward is, congrats. Here's the heaviest crown in baseball. Good luck. He was the one-man fireworks show all summer. Pitchers started throwing him sliders in the dugout just to be safe. Judge didn't just rewrite history, he autographed it with a 470-foot blast to left center. MLB had to keep a backup batch of baseballs just for him. By September, the only thing more worn out than opposing pitchers was the poor soul who had to fetch his home run balls from the bleachers. Bumps in the Bronx. Things weren't smooth after 2022. In 2023, a toe injury sidelined Judge. For part of the season, the same toe he famously hurt running into the Dodger Stadium wall like it owed him money. Despite missing games, he still hit 37 home runs in just 106 games. That's not mortal, that's superhuman. 2024 was better. With off-season rest and adjusted conditioning, Judge bounced back with 41 home runs and a .289 batting average. More importantly, he embraced his leadership role. You could see it in how he handled the media after losses, how he stood by younger players, and how he called a players-only meeting after a 5-game losing skid in July. The Yankees turned it around that week. Coincidence? Nope. He wasn't just hitting dingers, he was hosting captain's therapy hour in the clubhouse. The man led with grit, grace, and just enough swagger to remind people, yeah, I am that guy. He could go 0 for 4 and still give a better post-game speech than a presidential candidate. Forget tape, they should have put his toe in the Hall of Fame. The way he bounced back, pure Bronx resilience with a side of home run sauce. Locked in, leading loudly. As of May 2025, Judge looks healthy and locked in. He's already racked up 10 home runs, 28 runs batted in, and is slugging over .580. The Yankees are battling for the AL East with the Orioles, and Judge is again the heart of the lineup, the engine behind every rally, every walk-off hope. He's also playing some of the best outfield defense of his career, with 3 outfield assists and a diving catch that might already be a top 10 play of the year. He's so dialed in right now, pitchers are probably Googling how to politely walk a giant. Even StatCast is running out of new categories to track his hits. They might as well start measuring fear levels. Judge doesn't just show up, he shows off, casually turning fly balls into highlights and base hits into missiles. It's like watching a cheat code come to life, only with cleats and a captain's C on his chest. Life in the Bronx pressure cooker. Let's talk about pressure. Being a Yankee is like living in a reality TV show narrated by Stephen A. Smith and directed by Martin Scorsese. Every strikeout is a tabloid headline. Every slump becomes a think piece, and every home run, it's an all-caps tweet from Major League Baseball with 15 fire emojis. Judge doesn't just play in New York, he thrives here. He doesn't shy away from the spotlight, he's practically best friends with it. The Bronx does not do patience. You could go 3 for 4 with a walk and fans will ask why you didn't hit for the cycle. Playing in pinstripes is like being in a Broadway show where the critics are louder than the orchestra. Judge just nods, adjusts his gloves, and sends a baseball into low orbit. That's not just mental toughness, that's New York level zen. Wearing the captain's badge, Derek Jeter's shadow looms large in the Bronx. Judge is the first captain since the captain retired. But Judge isn't trying to be Jeter. He's not reciting stoic quotes or keeping a low profile. He's laughing with teammates, mentoring rookies like Anthony Volpe, and even stepping into clubhouse DJ duties. Still, he's feeling the heat. He knows the Yankees haven't won a World Series since 2009. He knows the fans are hungry. And he knows the media will ask him about it every single season until he brings one home. He does not just wear the C, he carries it, like it's part of his daily warm-up. When Judge talks, the room listens, probably because he's 6'7" and built like a human wrecking ball. But it's not about size, it's about presence, poise, and knowing when to drop a Drake track after a big win. Captaincy isn't just about pressure, it's about vibes. And Judge, he's got both. More than a ball player, Aaron Judge is also a brand. Jordan deal, Pepsi campaigns, Subway commercials, and a social media presence that's just the right mix of humble and hype. He does not tweet often, but when he does, it hits like a laser to center field. And let's not forget, he runs the All Rise Foundation, which focuses on inspiring youth and promoting leadership. Judge gives back, quietly, consistently, and it adds to his legend. If baseball had its own superhero cinematic universe, Judge would be part Captain America, part influencer, and part gentle giant who donates gear to little leaguers. He's got endorsements that stretch from cleats to cold cuts, and still somehow manages to come off like your polite neighbor. You almost expect him to hit a 450-foot homer and then help the umpire clean off home plate. In a world of loud brands, Judges might just be the classiest. 2025 and beyond. Is the ring next? The Yankees aren't rebuilding, they're rebooting. With stars like Juan Soto in the mix, Jarrett Cole on the mound, and young prospects rising, Judge isn't carrying the load alone, but he is expected to lead them to the promised land. The pressure in 2025 is different. It's not, can Judge be great? We know he's great. It's, can he win a ring? And that's the only thing that matters in Yankee lore, because in New York, 99 wins mean nothing if there's no parade down the Canyon of Heroes. They don't hang banners for nice try. Judge could hit 70 homers and fans would still ask, but where's the ring, Aaron? It's ruthless, it's dramatic, and it's what makes Yankee baseball what it is. If he pulls it off, he won't just be the face of the franchise, he'll be its next monument. Why the Pinstripes still matter. The Yankees aren't just a team. They are an idea, an institution. They don't have names on their jerseys because you're playing for something bigger than yourself. It's tradition. It's excellence. It's a reminder that if you put on that uniform, you'd better be ready to be judged by history and Twitter. Judge gets that. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't pout. He shows up, puts in the work, and swings like the ghosts of Ruth and Reggie are watching. And maybe, just maybe, 2025 is the year he adds a ring to that resume. And that's the story of Aaron Judge, the man, the myth, the muscle behind the Pinstripes. If you enjoyed this deep dive, knock that like button out of the park like Judge on a fastball. Subscribe for more legendary baseball stories and behind-the-scenes drama from the Diamond. Until next time, stay legendary, stay loud, and always keep your eye on the Judge.